Hello everybody, Adam Jastrzorski here to quickly share with you a new interactive 100 chart tool that I've made. On several occasions over the last little while, I've found that I've had a need for something like this, but couldn't really find anything online that perfectly suited my needs, so I made my own, and I thought I'd share it with you today in case you might also find it useful. So this is what it looks like. It's an interactive 100 chart tool, and as you can see, I've made it in the wonderful GeoGebra, and I'll put a link in the description of this video that will take you right to this tool. And once you launch the tool, I recommend, especially if you're showing this on a projector or an interactive whiteboard, that you make it full screen. And you can do that using the full screen button down in the bottom right corner here. So we click that and we have our full screen display. So how do we use this? Well, we start by selecting a color from the palette up here. I've currently got yellow selected. And if I click on the squares in the 100 chart here, you can see that they become shaded yellow. Clicking the square again will unshade it. And we can shade entire rows or columns using these little arrow buttons on the side and the bottom here. So for example, say I wanted to shade in blue the second row here. I would just click that and we have our entire row shaded. Clicking it again will unshade it. And you can do the same for columns using the buttons on the bottom there. At any point, we can shade the entire grid using the Shade All button here, and we can unshade it all using the Clear All button. We also have the option of shading some specific subsets of these numbers. For example, say I wanted to shade all of the prime numbers in green. I'll just select green and click Shade for the primes. There's all of our prime numbers, and the Clear button, of course, will unshade them. We have the composite numbers here. We have square numbers, cubes, triangular numbers if you need them, all of the odds, all of the evens, and specific multiples. So for example, let's choose a different color. Maybe we want purple. We'll shade all of the multiples of 3 in purple. Okay, and we can change the number for that multiple using the slider down here at the bottom or using the up and down arrow buttons here. So now, for example, if I select multiples of 4 and shade those, what we're seeing shaded in purple is all of the multiples of 3 and all of the multiples of 4. If I want, I can go back to the multiples of 3 and unshade those. So now I have all of the multiples of 4 that are not multiples of 3. So you can do a lot. There's a lot you can do. We keep a kind of a running tab of all of the shaded squares here. So we currently have 17 squares shaded. There's a pen tool you can use for annotations. If you select that, you can make annotations anywhere you want on the screen here. You can erase them by holding the right mouse button. Acts as an eraser now. And there's also an undo button up here you can use to get rid of your last steps. And we can clear all of the pen annotations using the clear pen button right here. Just keep in mind when you hit that, the pen tool becomes deselected and it goes back to the arrow tool, which you would want to select anyway if you want to go back to shading squares. At any point, you can reset everything back to the way it started using the reset button right here. So that's it, the interactive 100 chart tool. I hope you find it useful. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Take care.